Hello, hello. Hello.
Welcome back to JenHannagans. She's Jen, I'm Hannah. She hates me right now.
Yeah, I do.
Because I'm making her do this in the middle of pause and quiet time because the kids are all gone. But,
Again.
it's question of the day. And you're really going to let Charlotte out to come bug me in the middle?
I can't listen to her scratch on the door the whole time.
Okay, so question of the day. You had the question.
I don't have a question.
You did have the question. You said,
Move on, Char.
I quote,
I love you, sorry.
I quote this morning. She said, Hannah,
No,
I want to do a question of the day.
No, I didn't say that.
You did. You said, I want to do a question
of the day today is, how do you show up for yourself when you really don't feel like it? How do you do the things for yourself that you know you need to do when everything in you says, I really don't feel like doing this?
You have a best
because
friend that makes you.
Because sometimes you want to, like sometimes like self-care, just taking care of yourself in general, whether it's, you know, I don't know. Sometimes it's work. Sometimes it's work. She just took a little screenshot. Anyway, sometimes it's work, whether it's something that you enjoy or not. That's what I was trying to get out of my mouth. But so how do you do it? Like, how do you, Hannah, answer the question?
If I do it, it's because I have a little voice in my head that says you're really going to feel better if you do this. And I've just got to a point where I know I have to. Normally, the stuff like that, like I have no problem doing face masks and self-care in like that manner, but eating healthy, tracking, exercising, she makes me. That's what it comes down to. Just like making YouTube videos, I make her. So, you know.
I love doing YouTube videos, but
it's hard. It's hard to put the time together, and it's hard to take the time to have a second.
About.
But that's what, you know. Anyway, you just do it.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. Like,
well, it's you have to change your mindset, because for me it's, if I'm not working to move forward, then I'm moving backward. Like, that's just how it is in my mind, because I know that if I were to not implement the habits every single day that I have done or that I know are important for me, then I know that will just cause me to move backward. And so if you stop or if you become stagnant, sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it's fine to just kind of maintain. But even at maintaining your lifestyle, you still have to keep up with those habits that you've developed.
Yeah, you do.
So, like, if you want to maintain or move forward, then that requires good habits. If you want to move back, which nobody does, but if you want to slide back to a time where you weren't as, maybe weren't feeling as good or weren't as healthy or not as productive or whatever it may be, then you let those habits slide. So for me, if I feel myself not wanting to do something, then I just say, if I'm going to let this habit slide, if I'm going to let this thing go that I enjoy doing, then, like last week, I only worked out one day, which was Wednesday. And
which is crazy for her.
Which is
That's
insane.
Not who she
and
is
I was
now.
like, this is, if I don't, now granted the week was a little nuts and, you know, we had extra kids here. There's all kinds of excuses why that was. But I knew that if I were to let another week like that go by, then I would be back. It would be very easy for me to go back into old habits. So I just think about it that way. If I'm not maintaining those habits, then I'm eventually going to slide backwards. And I don't want to go backwards.
Well, when we're like walking is the easiest one to talk about with this, because walking was not a habit before we started trying to be healthy. It became a habit, and it does slip sometimes. And this week she's made me walk every single day. Some days more than others, but it's when I'm on those, when I'm walking or when I'm drinking my water, whatever it may be. Charlotte is literally holding my hand right now. We always have the conversation. Can you believe, like, look at how different this is from what our life was before, and always taking track of that means that when I really don't want to do it, it's in my head already that I know I don't want to do this, but I remember that the last time I didn't want to do it, I really felt good after it was done, and I'm always proud of myself when I do what I don't want to do.
Yep.
That I'm supposed to. So
it's all about mindset.
it really
is. It's all about changing the way that you think. If you find yourself falling into negative thought patterns, then you have to be intentional about completely speaking something different to yourself. So it just is what it is. Speak it out loud if you have to, but it really is about changing your mindset completely. So that's all we have on that.
That's all. So like this video if you like it, subscribe if you haven't, turn on the bell notifications. Tell us, seriously, how do you
Show up for yourself.
show up for yourself? What is the way that you do that? And how do you keep showing up for yourself even when you really don't want to?
Yep.
All right.
See you next
Bye.
time.